Hey, what's going down, everybody? It's your favorite Bubby Jethro, and these are some more of my opinions. So, salutations and greetings on this beautiful Kentucky night. I wanted to make this video. It's been a little bit. I've had, like I said, I got my new job. Everything's going great with that. Been training, figuring out what's going on, so I haven't had a lot of time to make any videos or talk about what's going on in the world. I made a video yesterday to explain some things about my recovery, but this is going to be a strictly political video till the end. And it's basically the American left, the View, MSNBC, CNN, everyone of their ilk. In the last couple weeks, they have really shown their true colors. Case in point, the refugees from South Africa. There is a perfect example of what I perceive to be what the American left wants to happen in America. There are some things in South Africa's past that are horrific. I don't think any rational person could defend them. A very small minority held down a much larger group of people and subjugated them for decades upon decades. And it ended when Nelson Mandela was elected. First he was freed, and then he was elected president of South Africa. There were a lot of people in South Africa that wanted retribution or justice. I'm sure they saw it that way. And they wanted to punish everybody who had been a part of apartheid. And then, but more than that, they wanted not only retribution, they wanted to hurt them. Like, they wanted, case in point, the movie Invictus, I think is the name. It shows how it took President Mandela stepping in to save the Springboks, which is, I guess, South Africa's national rugby team. And it was a major sign of apartheid for many years because the white minority rooted for this team. There weren't any black players for a long time, and they wanted to get rid of it. And Nelson Mandela went, no. We need to heal, not punish. We need to come together, not drive further injustices and strife into the arena of what is our country now. Because if we do, it's the same premise as, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind eventually. Now, I am a firm believer in eye for an eye type justice, but if you're going to lead a society and a country, like I said, my own personal beliefs, damn right, I'm a Moses type Old Testament kind of guy. But I'm not leading a country. I'm not leading a society or a culture. And if you want that job, if you want that responsibility, you're supposed to be better. But now they are taking farmland and other things, and I don't know a whole lot to speak about it, but what I do know is I have seen a video that was made this year, very recently, of about tens of thousands of African American, or black, sorry, I'm used to this country, but African black people in South Africa cheering for the death of the Africana white farmers, and they are unabashedly doing so. And so when our president brought, I think it was 49 here, the left mainstream media in this country lost their minds, as if somehow because they're white, these people don't deserve to be protected or not killed. It's some of the most anti-white, racist bullshit I've ever seen in my life. And here's where I have a problem with it, because everybody would, look at me and go, "Oh, you're a cis white heterosexual male who doesn't have any problem." Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, fuck you. All right, go fuck yourself. All right. I grew up in Detroit in the late 99s, like late 90s, early 2000s. All right. Do you think I'm not used to being around black people being from Detroit? For real. Think I've never interacted with them? See, I'll tell you a story. I don't know if it's still there, but 696 and Telegraph in Detroit, there was a Best Buy and then a Denny's right next to it. I worked at that Denny's, right? I was the only white guy in the entire restaurant. My owner, like, he had pictures of him and Kwame Brown, if anybody knows who he is, Bill Clinton. He was a player in Detroit local politics because he was an entrepreneur. He owned several restaurants. And I'm not mad or ashamed to admit, like, one time a bunch of people were in town doing a play because one of the servers at the Denny's, his dad was a kind of local famous playwright and musician, and he did a play that was put on, I think, at the Victoria Theater. And like Debo from Friday, Tommy and Pam from the Martin, the show, him and Gina, like, they were there. I met all of them, and I cooked their, moon over my hammy or whatever the hell they had back at Denny's back in the day. But yeah, I've stood next to Debo and I've cooked his food. Do you think there's a racist bone in my body? No. No, there's not. Every human being, when you meet me for the first time, you get an honest shake. If you're a good person, I'm going to be able to tell that you're a good person. I don't care if you're of Asian descent, Arabic descent, Mexican, Hispanic, European. I don't care. Like, my best friends growing up, I had a Hispanic friend who was my best friend growing up, and his mom and dad were from mainland China as my best friend. Knew a guy from Sweden who was a really good guy. One of my roommates in Detroit was from St. Petersburg, like, used to distill vodka in the basement. Like, "Jethro, don't go over here and smoke." Why? Crazy Russian. I love the guy. So don't tell me I've got a racist bone in my body. But you know what? Here's the other thing. If I see ratchet ass behavior, I'm going to call out ratchet ass behavior. And that's all there is to it. The lady that made the quote unquote, like, white fatigue video is right. She's 100% right. I'm from Kentucky. Like, if I was at the mall and 30 people wearing UK sweatshirts and were like, "We're from Kentucky," and ran up in there and just started stealing everything off the shelves, like kicking people down, pushing them over, just being ratchet and thieves, how do you think I'd feel the next day? Do you think I would proudly wear my UK gear and walk around and proudly proclaim that I'm from the great Commonwealth of Kentucky? No, it would embarrass me to my core. Why am I talking about this? Well, if you can't figure it out, then it's like, I'm a quote, if you don't know, you don't know. And if you know, then you know. It's like, I can get along with anybody if you're a good person. Like I said, I graduated in 1998. I've lived in Detroit. I've lived in big cities. I've lived in Kentucky. Like, I have run the whole gambit. And there's good people and there's bad people. And there's good people of every color and there's bad people of every color. That's it. But this idea that, we as a white society just, like, walk around trying to put down other races, like, dude, what? Do you really think it's like 1952? It's not. All right? And here's the thing. Do some people, like, when anyone with anyone of any certain race does anything, are there stereotypes and do people make derogatory comments? They do. Like, come on. If you're sitting at a traffic light and you see a trailer parked to the left and two white people walk out and they got fucked up teeth and white beaters on and scat, blah, 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 you're like, oh, that's some white trash meth heads. Yeah, because it happens. That's just, and can I talk about white trash meth heads because I'm white? Is that the only kind of meth head I'm allowed to talk about? If there's an Asian meth head, am I allowed to think poorly of them? Or am I racist because they're Asian? If there's a Hispanic meth head, am I allowed to think poorly of that person because they're Mexican or Hispanic? If there's a black meth head, if I think poorly of them, am I racist? Like, it's really easy to cry wolf. But it's to the point where, like, anytime I hear a story about anything, like, I don't give a shit. Because I think it's probably, no matter if it's, like, a Hispanic person crying racism, a black person crying racism, an Asian person crying racism, I immediately think, man, there's probably like a 70-30 chance this ratchet-ass person is lying their ass off. And then here's the other thing. If the best way I can explain it is the funniest Saturday Night Live skit I've seen in the last 5, 6, 7 years was a guy goes into it's not a bank, but it's just one of those kiosk terminals where you can go in and use an ATM. So a white guy goes in and does it. But 30 seconds after he walks in, a black guy walks in. And the guy all of a sudden gets really close and hides his number and punches it in. And the black guy's like, what the fuck, bro? It's because I'm black and I walk in behind you. You got all of a sudden, you got to act like you got to be more secure with your shit. What the fuck, you racist motherfucker? And the guy's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're right. My bad. Blah, 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 blah. And he leaves. The guy's like, motherfucker. Yeah, and he goes up to the ATM. And then behind him, 4 other black guys that come in. And I will just say that Saturday Night Live did a good job of portraying, excuse me, portraying the second group of black men that walked in behind the other black gentleman as a little more, let's say, culturally authentic as to the gear they might be wearing, where they come from, stereotypically. Hey, this isn't me. This is Saturday Night Live that made this. This isn't me. And then when the original black man who was offended because the white guy got a little iffy about people being behind him, he got crazy scared because he was just as scared of some quote-unquote hooligans standing behind him. It's just human nature. I don't care who you are. If I'm walking down a parking garage or a street at night, it doesn't matter who you are. I'm going to be more on alert. And this is the other thing I get. If I'm walking through a parking garage at night, I'm 6'1", 320 pounds. I'm a large man. There's not a lot of guys I run into that I go, fucking hell, that's a big son of a bitch. I can hold my own, and people look at me and they go, this guy's probably a fucking handful. I am. But if a 5'1", 130-pound woman walks through that same parking garage, is she racist if she worries about any kind of person being within her vicinity? It's just a little ridiculous. And you really see it with how the mainstream media and everybody is talking about these refugees being brought over from South Africa because they're being threatened with jail, death, and it doesn't get much better. And if you've never been around a wild ass mob doing wild ass mob shit, I don't recommend it unless you're a part of the mob. You don't want to be on the receiving end of it. So it's just, I heard one lady talking about, well, if they don't like the laws, they can just go back to where they came from. You realize you sound like a 1950s white Dixiecrat from Alabama. Like, you understand that, right? But they're white people, so fuck them. I'm just saying, keep these people out in front of the Democratic Party, please. Hakeem Jeffries, who's that ratchet bitch? Jasmine Crockett, yes. Keep her out front, please. AOC, keep her out front. Come on. Tell the people who you really are. Like, we went from a country whose greatest generation stormed the beaches of Normandy and conquered the worst evil the world has ever seen, to a country that can't even tell the difference between a man and a woman. In the halls of Congress. I mean, it's okay if some idiot on the street doesn't know the difference, but are you serious? It's like, this is why that lady with the white fatigue video got so popular, or black fatigue video got so popular, because we're tired of it. Like she said, oh, another, like I said, and I'm sorry, not sorry, but what, like, minorities or anyone who didn't get a fair shake in life, blaming white people? Oh, it's not like we see that every day. We do. And I take offense to that, because I'm not holding back anybody in this life. Everybody gets a fair shake with me. And if you're an asshole or if you're a piece of shit, I don't care what color you are. You're an asshole and a piece of shit. Just is what it is. So it's just wild. It's 2025, and people want to act like the race relations in this country are worse than they were in the 60s. And I'll be honest, like, President Obama had a lot to do with that. Because he got elected and he came up there and he spit on the white people that voted for him. His wife got up there and was like, oh, I've never been proud to be an American. What? Yep. Then fuck you, lady. Seriously. You're not proud of a country that elected your husband president twice? All right, then. Go fuck yourself. We're embarrassed that you were our first lady. That's how you fucking want to play it. Fuck you. Like, what would have happened if an FBI director or a former FBI director during President Obama's term had put 86-44? Huh. And I will admit, I think the Republicans are being a little hyperbolic, because in the restaurant industry, 86 just means to cancel something or to get rid of it, or we're out of it. But I can see where, you know, death threats and whatever can be misconstrued. Like, it's just not a smart thing to do. And to claim that you don't, oh, I didn't know. Fuck you, James Comey, you piece of shit. Like, I can't wait till you have a fucking federal prison ID number. I'm going to dance. You're going to see a fat man dance a fucking jig that night. Bruh. You are a sick fucking mother. Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try not to do this, but that man is a disgusting piece of shit. Anyways. Y'all until I get fired up over this. But it's just, the time has come for everybody to be adults. Like, you know, Gavin Newsom in Florida crying about, oh, there's homeless encampments and we need to, like, bro, you've been in charge for 6 years. Like, what are you crying about? This is your mess. Like, you think other people are responsible for this? You're the fucking governor, bro. You've been there 6 years. Biden was president for 4 of them. But let me guess. Let me guess. Everything is Donald Trump's fault. It's like, go fuck yourself. We don't have any patience for you people anymore, and we're fucking done. Fucking done. You all want to call us racist and misogynist and every other is or blah, 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 blah. Like, we don't care. We're fucking done caring. Like, don't give a fuck. Couldn't care less. Because anyone who knows me knows I love people and everyone gets a fair shake with me. And guess who would hate a person like me? A fucking fake ass piece of shit. So, hate if you want. If you're a real genuine person, you understand every fucking thing that I've said in this video. So, it's like, and as far as we know, like, nobody took any pot shots at President Obama. But a former FBI director puts that shit on the internet after our guy had an attempt assassination on his life last July in Pennsylvania, and you put that shit on the internet? All right, bro. We see who you are. We see you, bro. We see you. And you and your entire fucking cabal are evil. It's all right, though. It's all right. Because my guy, you fucking missed. And now my guy is coming for you. It's like when you lay your head on the pillow at night, you should just hear Liam Neeson from Taken, like his voice going, I will find you. You damn right he's gonna find you. Yeah. I would follow Donald Trump anywhere. He's my president. And I know he loves me, he loves the American people, and he loves this country. And y'all can keep trying to spread your lies and bullshit. Try. Keep trying. It ain't gonna work. Bless him and bless the United States. So, as you know, I always end talking about active addiction and anyone who's in it. I just say there is hope. If you fail today, I understand. I know why. I know how hard it is. I still love you. I'm praying for you. I'm sure there's people in your life that even though they may be disappointed, they still love you and they're still hoping. And if you're alive, if this fentanyl bullshit hadn't killed you yet, it's not too late. But you're playing Russian roulette every fucking day. Just like I did for 13, 15 years. I don't even know. A lot of years. Put that poison in my body every day. The only reason I'm alive, I firmly believe this, is because I never used needles. Which doesn't make me any worse or any better than any of my brothers and sisters in addiction. That was just a way I never used. And it goes straight to your heart, man. It'll kill you. I guarantee if I picked up today and started using after the years that I've been out of it, I would keel over and die first time I used. I don't want that. I got too much to live for now. I got people counting on me. And I left them. I abandoned them. And thankfully, when I got right, they were still fighting the good fight. And I'm able to come in and take up my rightful place and make the burden on the rest of my family and my loved ones easier, because I'm back now and I'm worth something and I'm useful. I'm not a worthless fucking junkie anymore who's a drain on my family and everybody that loves me. I'm an asset now. They look at me every morning when I leave and I go to work and they're proud of me. And more importantly, when I look in the mirror, I'm proud of myself. I'm a man again. I'm not a slave to opiates. I make my decisions. Nobody makes my decisions about my future but me anymore. I'm done being ruled by fucking opiates. And if you're tired of it too, get fucking angry. Get determined. Crawl out of that pit. It took the love of my family and every bit of fucking strength I had, but I did it. And I'm here now telling you that you can fucking do it. I believe in you. Even if nobody else does, man. There's a guy sitting in Kentucky who was right where you were in the depths of fucking hell. And I believe in you. You can fucking make it out. I shouldn't be here. It's a miracle. So I'm just trying to... It's never too late, man. If you're still alive, it's never too late. So there is hope. All right? I love y'all. I'm praying for you. And even if you failed today, I'm still proud of you because I know every day I woke up and I prayed. Every night I went to bed, every day I woke up, I prayed, please take this affliction from me. But it doesn't work like that. You have to do it. And it's hard. I'm not going to bullshit. It's so fucking hard. But when you get to there, when you're finally free of it, there's nothing. It must be what walking through the gates of heaven feels like. The first time, after years and years and years of waking up and, fuck, I'm awake, I gotta do this again. I hate life, I hate myself. All I do is disappoint people. The first morning you wake up and you go maybe 5-6 minutes before you think about taking your medicine or anything else. Like, it's possible. It's possible. Please believe. I know I didn't. And it took me over a decade to fucking get there. Don't take as long as me. Please, please get help. And please, please believe that there is hope. You do not have to live like this. And if you got a family member who's out there struggling, like, I know you're disappointed in them and you might have cast them off, but maybe just one more time. Maybe. And if the alternative is losing them forever, what's one more try? If it was, I don't have kids, but if I did, I'd never give up till the day I died. Because you gotta have that hope that this drug-addicted zombie demon that looks like your family member can be defeated, and you can get your loved one back, and you can be that person that returns to your family, and you can stand tall and proud and be a person again. So, I love y'all. This is Jethro. Be good or be good at it.